My name is Arthur Touchot and I'm a specialist with the watch department in Geneva. I'm here in London with two watches from the Hong Kong Watch Auction 7, which are similar in many ways, but ultimately very different. I'm talking about the Patek Philippe 5930G and the Vacheron Constantin Evasion Worldtime. Both are modern world-timers, both made in white gold. And the Patek Philippe 5930G was released in 2016, making it the newest out of the two. And at the time of its release, it was really exciting for many collectors because what it does is it combines two of my favorite complications, the world time and the chronograph. What you usually get when you combine two different complications is an extremely busy dial. Here you don't get that. There's the 24-hour disc with day and night indication and 30-minute chronograph register at 6 o'clock. The detail that I think is the most appealing is the hand-applied guilloche pattern at the center of the dial that really brings everything to life. The Vacheron Constantin Evasion Worldtime, Evasion is such a great name for a travel watch, by the way, is also a modern watch. It was released in the early 2000s, specifically for the Japanese market. They made 100 of these. This is number 57, as engraved at the back of the watch. When you look at this watch and compare it to the 5930, right away you see that it's much more directly inspired by the pieces of the 20th century, the early world-timers. In fact, it kind of looks like a reference 1415 in many ways. It has a round case, the cities are engraved directly onto the bezel, and it has these teardrop lugs that are so appealing in vintage watches. It's 37 millimeters, which is much larger than the watches from the 40s, and it has the addition of a date window at 3 o'clock. So what this watch is really is Vacheron Constantin taking an aesthetic from the 20th century and making it relevant again. And I'm all in favor of that. I think it's brilliant that they're able to speak to a new generation of collectors who don't necessarily have access to a reference 1415, but love the look and love what it represents. The 5930G has an estimate of 400 to 600,000 Hong Kong dollars, whereas the Evasion Worldtime has an estimate of 40 to 65,000 Hong Kong dollars. So what we have here are two watches that aim to do something really different. With the 5930G, Patek Philippe takes a complication from the 20th century and they package it in this really sleek and modern watch. The Evasion Worldtime, however, is an homage to those watches from the 20th century, and it's a brilliant homage at that.